Hi guys, Paul Pluta on the Paul Pluta channel. Quick wristwatch check. I'm wearing the Hoya Monaco caliber 11. Today I'm doing a paid review and this here is for Chase. Greetings Arch, big fan of the channel. Just sent you 25 US for your thoughts and advice on my bargaining wristwatch collection. My name is Chase, I'm 30 years old. I'm a consultant living in Brooklyn, New York, where the rent hurts. I have fine-tuned my collection as of late, dumping 2 tag shitters on Fleabay, reducing my collection to 3 pieces only. My collection is as follows. I purchased my first luxury watch as a reward to myself after landing a decent job out of college. Great idea. I picked up an Omega Seamaster Diver 300 meter coaxial 41mm in blue ceramic. I thoroughly enjoyed owning this piece as my everyday wearer. However, I recently visited an Omega boutique to cash in on free champagne and chocolates when to my disgust I learned that it houses an ETA movement. The horror. Watch was purchased from an AD out of state, tax-free shipment, $3,900 US in 2014. Yeah, I wouldn't be too upset. I mean, Omega does this, Breitling does this. It's still pretty reasonable watch. Don't be so nasty on that. That's an Omega Seamaster 300 meters coaxial. Well, it's got the coaxial. That is a pretty much like a completely reworked movement. The coaxial is a system that George Daniels invented. That's right, George Daniels, the genius master watchmaker, and he really is a genius. And in fact, I've got a book here written by him on watchmaking. And, he invented the coaxial system. And he's how do I put this? He's very, very clever. The guy is a genius, horological genius. So I wouldn't be too upset. I would just, hey, that's okay. And the Seamaster is a great starter watch there. Nothing wrong with that. Number 2, my second watch was a present to myself for earning a promotion at work. Well done. I was traveling back from India on a business trip when I stumbled across a brand new Omega Dark Side of the Moon displayed in the duty-free shop at a reasonable price of approximately $8,800. Ooh, they're expensive. I mean, I gotta be honest with you, I really I don't know if I see the value in the ceramic, the Dark Side of the Moon, but okay, being that the Dark Side of the Moon was a grail of mine and I've never seen it listed at retail for this low, I proceeded to haggle like a bitch. Luckily the watch had been sitting in the store for some time, thank God, and the manager was keen to sell. I walked away with the new black ceramic beauty for $6,700 US. Nice one, Arch. Yes, I think that's quite a cool watch. I'm not a big fan of the ceramic, but doesn't mean it's not a great watch. My good friend Dave had one. He loved it. I convinced him to sell it, but I think that's Dark Side of the Moon is cool. It's a cool watch. Number 3, my latest purchase. Okay, here we go. Latest purchase was my first ever Rolex. Having checked the boxes for sports and chronograph, I wanted to find a smart dress watch, business watch with an air or a hint of fuck you to it. For $6,800 US, I purchased a brand new, ooh, it's a bit painful, brand new 36mm Datejust 116234 silver decorated sundial with lavender Arabic loom numerals, Jubilee bracelet, white gold fluted bezel. Before you toss your cookies and spew Hungry Jacks all over the carpet, you cannot find this setup on Chrono24 for less. I assure you that I haggled like a bitch for the following terms: 14% discount off retail, 0 tax, shipped out of state, free service by the AD, free engraving, $2,000 off the purchase price at 0% interest for a year because I love free money just as much as you and Scotty love good prices. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Back the truck up. That's a cool piece. Archibald, my questions are as follows. Okay, let's get straight to the point. Have you ever been fooled by a ladyboy, and if so, did you use your briefcase on them or just haggle like a bitch? Good question. The ladyboy question. Now, this is something that I gotta be honest with you. When you've lived in Thailand for a number of years, like I have, you really don't get fooled. They're a bit more husky, they're a bit taller, a bit more aggressive. You can pick them out a mile away. A lot of guys love them, and I got to be honest with you. People are people, and I remember I lived in this building in Nana, that's the area, Soy Nana condo, and there was a ladyboy who lived there, and she was actually quite nice. I was chatted to her in the lift once. She was pretty cool. So look, I got to tell you the truth there. There are bad stories, but no, I'd never resort to violence. That's not really my caper. Number two, your overall grading opinion on the my opinion on the current state of the collection, your collection there. Well, you've got an Omega Seamaster as your diver, fair enough. You've got a Dark Side of the Moon, that's kind of a Grail Speedmaster, Dark Side of the Moon. And you got a really good Rolex. I do love the 116234. That's a model I quite like. So I would say this is a really good collection. You've got some quality keepers there. Even though it's not my cup of tea, I think it is quite a good collection. I'd give it a 7.5, maybe an 8. It's a good collection. These are good pieces here. Do you reckon I did well on the dress watch business choice? It's 36mm, but the newer Datejust were a bit bigger, and I intend to use it for formal attire and occasions. I don't like to buy new. I personally would have bought a 16234 at a bargain price, no holes case. That's what I would have done. But I do get it. If the 36mm size is good for you, I think embrace it, enjoy it, and love it. I don't think you've done terribly wrong there. It's not my choice. When I say dress watches, I'm more of a Patek, you know, like a World Time or a Calatrava, but I'm a bit of an old, I'm 46 this year, so maybe my views are a bit estranged there. Number three, no, well, this should be number four. Number four, now that I found out the ugly truth about the ETA in the Seamaster, is it a complete shitter? Would you keep it as a beta, as an everyday? Look, I think the Seamaster is a decent watch. I quite like the Seamaster. It's not just the movement that makes a watch grand or bad. It is a coaxial, so I mean that's kind of like an ETA that's had a lot of work on it. A lot of Breitlings have ETAs. In fact, my Tag Heuer's got a Solita movement, which is actually not even an ETA. It's a sort of a clone of the ETA itself there. But does it matter? Not really. I think in a balanced collection, you can let it there. It's still a great watch. I wouldn't be unhappy at all. I quite like the Seamaster, so no, I wouldn't treat it as a shitter. I think it's still a very decent watch. Still very decent. Next question. Where should I go from here? What is the most glaring hole in my three-piece collection wardrobe? Okay, so let's look at this. We've got the Omega Seamaster, that's a diver. We've got a Dark Side of the Moon, that's a chronograph. And we got a Smart Cat business watch. So what's missing? I tell you what's missing. Missing is a GMT function watch. So I'd say the biggest hole in the collection is you need to get a GMT. What would I get? Well, I'd say Explorer 2. They're a great piece to get. But if you hold on a little bit, maybe a Tudor GMT Pepsi. Maybe that could be ideal. That could be a really cool way to go there. So I would say some sort of GMT watch would be cool. Final question. Do you think all consultants are tossers, or can there be some alright blokes mixed in with the weasels? Well, I mean, consultants, what's a consultant? It's a salesperson, you know. I think there's good and bad in all of us there. I mean, look. I think we've all got to make a living. We've all got to make a living. A lot of consultants are tossers. Yes, I agree. I'd need to know more about what sort of consultant you are. What sort of area is it you give advice in? But I wouldn't be so hard. We've all got to make a quid. And as long as it's not illegal and we're not defrauding old ladies, well, it may be acceptable. So don't be so hard on yourself there. Many thanks, Arch. Keep up the great work, Chase. And yeah, so I think quite a nice collection there. The start of a really nice collection. I think it's got some really good bases covered. I wouldn't sell the Omega. I'd keep the Seamaster. I think the Seamaster's a great watch. The Dark Side of the Moon, look, if that's your grail piece, then keep it. Who am I to say that is garbage or it's great, you know? I mean, I don't think it's a bad watch. And you've got the Rolex Datejust. I mean, every man needs a Rolex. So I think there's a lot of substance here. Put a GMT in and we got a perfect 4-piece meal deal combo deal. That's what I think. That's what I think. So there you go. Archie Luxury, this is a collection review for Chase. Tell me what you guys think of that.
Can't take my eyes on me, my thoughts on me just grow and grow and grow. Best there is. I think that I'm so grand, so grand. Okay.
Hey guys, my name is Paul Pluta. I'm the method actor who plays Archibald Chesterfield III, AC3. Guys, I need a bit of help. I need a bit of help. It's very hard running a YouTube channel relying on Google Ads alone. I'm in a special niche and I speak my mind, and I don't have all those Seiko wannabes, all the people who want assurance about their affordable shitters. So I've got to really try hard to bring in the revenue. Guys, if you like my content, if you think I'm a great chap to have around, why don't you help me out? There's a number of ways you can help me out. This will keep me full-time on YouTube. Look in the description of this video for some ways you can help me. You could sponsor me on Patreon. That allows you to send a small monthly amount to me every month. It can be $1, it can be $100, whatever you can afford. The next way you can help me is, well guys, I really need some money to keep things going. Paid reviews. On the Paul Pluta channel, I run paid reviews. For as little as $20 US, I'll give you an opinion of your collection, of what you're looking at. I'll try and answer. There's heaps of other ways you can help me. I do telephone consultancy. For $50 US, I will talk to you on Skype or WhatsApp and answer your horological or personal problems. Any questions, I'll give it a go. Now guys, please help us out. Look down below, and if you could help us out, I will stay here and make videos full-time on YouTube.